So now that you've carved out the imagery into your polystyrene sheet, what we're going to do is we're going to add the ink on top so that we can print it onto a piece of paper. So what you're going to need is the piece of paper you print onto, your polystyrene carved out piece, a roller, some ink, and one of the acetate sheets or one of the laminated sheets. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to just put a little dot of ink onto your laminated sheet and just start rolling it out, just like we did last week for our monoprint, so that we can evenly distribute the ink onto our roller. And what that is going to do is it's going to create a cleaner print. Now, once you feel confident you've got a nice even consistency of ink on your roller, you're going to start rolling it out onto your polystyrene sheet. And you can go back and forth and pick up that ink and keep going back and forth. Now, the beauty of printing is that once you've created this sheet, you should be able to create multiple prints because you've done the drawing. You can now use it again and again to print and keep repeating this process of printing. Now, the polystyrene might not last as long as some of the other materials, whereas if we'd have used lino or if we'd have used wood or metal, you could probably get 1,000 prints out of that one material. Now, I can see that there's quite a thin layer of ink on there, but I don't think that's going to transfer very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little extra layer of ink, just so that I know that that's going to create a clean transfer. But you can really see how my imagery has come out. You can see the areas that have been carved have been left by the ink, and the areas that have been left by me during carving and drawing are really black from the ink. Ooh. Careful to get it on your sheet as well. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that ink consistency. You could load it up a little bit more, but now what we do is a little bit of cross-curricular, a little bit of PE. We press down nice and hard in pairs to make sure that that creates a nice, clean, even print. Now, some of you might be tempted to use the roller to roll back on, but what that's going to do is cause the ink from the roller, the excess, to roll on the back, and we don't want that. So you're just going to have to use pure force and strength, which is fine. And some of you have always been asking what that blue thing is in the corner of the room. That is a printing press. So the other thing we could do is load that up into the printing press, and that's going to create an even amount of pressure. But unfortunately for today, we don't have the time for everyone to use it. So just for our first print, our initial print, we're going to try it by using pure strength. Now, you might want to use other materials. You can use flatter surfaces. You might want to get one of the pots so you can evenly distribute it over with that, like that. And then once you feel like you're happy with the pressure, you can start peeling it off, and you can see that that's created a really nice print of the image I carved into the polystyrene. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to do that twice so that each person in the pair has one print each for their book.